can't find a time where I can tell ya what I feel now.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm very excited to bring you another marathon video sharing all of my most recent organizing and decluttering projects, as well as some cleaning motivation. We have got a small bedroom closet extreme declutter and organize, a small linen closet transformation, some kitchen organizing, and a ton of decluttering inspiration. This video is not sponsored, however, full disclaimer, some of these videos were sponsored at the time of original posting. So put this super long marathon video up on your TV, computer, iPad, or phone, and let's get to work together.
I cannot beat ya. No, I won't have it, babe. Not playing this game. I do not feel ya. I'm not crossing that tape. It would be a shame. So listen, baby, listen carefully, 'cause I got something to say. I feel us fading. Listen carefully. Let's stop this charade. Stop this charade.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. This week we are organizing another small closet. As you can see, the before was bad, and this is a space that hasn't had even an ounce of attention since we moved in July of 2021. We will be taking everything out of the closet, cleaning and sprucing up the space, doing a major declutter, and organizing everything back in. My husband helped me a lot with taking everything out because I was only 3 weeks postpartum from a C-section when we filmed this video. Our little baby boy Sutton arrived January 15th, and this is my first video back since having him. I'm sure it's going to take me some time to fully get back into the swing of things, but I hope you all enjoy this video and find it helpful or motivating, and let's get into it.
So listen, baby, listen carefully, 'cause I got something to say. I feel us fading.
Full disclosure, I do have the baby sleeping on me right now while I'm doing voiceovers, so if you hear him in the background, I apologize, but I personally think his little squeaks and grunts are really cute. As I mentioned, I was only 3 weeks postpartum when we filmed this video, so my husband was a big help with the physical work in this closet. He emptied everything out of it, took apart the old shelving, cleaned out the space, and also painted it a fresh coat of white. Our house is old, and I'm not sure if the paint is all old and faded to this yellow color from white or if they painted it yellow, but the entire house is really in need of fresh paint. So every time we work on a space, we also make sure to freshen it up, and the clean white paint really does make a huge difference.
So tell me what I need to know. I'm not gonna play nice. I'll be the witch you tell your friends about. I'm the crazy ex-girl you pretend you don't know, 'cause you know I could ruin your life. Rumor has it you have someone new. She'll regret you like a bad tattoo. 'Cause you'll never change, you'll always stay the same. Go on and tell all your friends all about me. I don't give a nothing sticks to me.
This is where we're at with the closet. So it's been painted white because it was a really, really bad, like, you know, yellow color, kind of like that before. And then we also got new shelves. These are just like melamine boards from, I hope I'm saying that right, from Home Depot. They were like the cheapest option. This one's kind of dirty, so I need to wash it, but these will do just fine, and it looks much brighter and just cleaner in here. And then I've got my favorite Alpha utility door and wall rack on the back of the door here. I may end up rearranging where all of these baskets are, but they work for now. So I'm going to start sorting and decluttering. I need to get rid of a ton of stuff. We have way too much. And this fits perfectly. So I was worried that it wouldn't work because this closet is not as deep as the other one that we used this door and wall rack system for, but it works perfectly. I'll show you guys. I can close the closet all the way and no issues. Doesn't hit at all. So very pleased with that, very excited to get to organizing this and making this more functional. Since we're not exactly using the nursery right now, I did put everything into the nursery for us to go through and organize. So this is everything that came out of that closet, and we are going to spend some serious time decluttering and organizing all of it. The first thing that I did was go through all of our medicines, and I'm just checking to see if any of them are expired. Now, I did do a video a long time ago where I was organizing a bathroom, and I mistakenly dumped some of the medications down the drain in the sink, and I got a lot of feedback about how you were not supposed to do that. And honestly, I did not think about it at all when I was doing it, and I definitely should have. So I take full accountability for that and for not knowing that you cannot do that. So I definitely made sure to dispose of them properly this time, and nothing got dumped down the drain. But as I was organizing, I was putting things away where I knew they were going to go, just because I get too overwhelmed when I have a ton of mess around me, and especially where the nursery is a very small room. I just could not keep everything in there and sort and organize at the same time. So everything was getting put back in the closet as we go. I set up these drawers back when we lived in our apartment when I did my bathroom organizing video, and they still function really well for us. I made the labels using my Cricut, and I wanted to continue to use those, so I did go through them just to see if there was anything that I could get rid of or anything that we don't use or anything out of place. And then as I was sorting through the other things in the room, if I found something that I felt like belonged in those drawers, I was putting it in there. But right here, there's honestly no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing. I'm just trying to find things and either declutter them or put them in the correct category on the floor in front of me so that I could organize it all back into the closet without anything extra that we no longer need.
I'm so sorry about the bitter end. I'm so sorry if I misbehaved. In the middle we got tangled up, but in the aftermath of us, I don't regret that much. I don't regret that. Sunny side up, try to keep it cool, bending all the rules, bending all the rules. It gets colder, but I hate being cruel. I can't be cruel to you. Even if you got something left to lose, even if there is something left for you to.
We have an abundance of cleaning supplies that I have collected over the years, and I do want to narrow down my cleaning supply collection quite a bit because I feel like it's just way over the top and so unnecessary. I actually recently bought a set from Blueland, and I'm trying them out for the first time, and I'm seeing if I can narrow down my cleaning supply collection to just the things that I bought from Blueland and maybe a couple of bleach products, just in case we have a really nasty bug in the house, because I just really want to simplify things. And where we have a small house and we have very limited storage, I think it's time that we cut down on anything that is unnecessary. I personally don't really find bins very helpful when I'm organizing because I feel like they tend to end up being a mess really quickly, and I'll just throw things in there and then it's really hard for me to find what I'm looking for. So These mesh baskets on the door are so helpful for more of the loose items that you still want to be able to see what it is that you're looking for, but you also want them to look a little bit more organized. They're just very functional, and I find them a lot better than using bins for organizing. I find that when I'm doing a project like this, the decluttering kind of just happens naturally on its own, because as I'm putting things away in the closet, whatever is left at the end is usually things that I just either don't need or don't care about enough. If they don't have any place to go in the space that I'm organizing, then I just get rid of them, and that is the easiest way for me to declutter. This is our one and only linen closet for our entire family of 4. So while I wanted this closet to look super beautiful and the end result to just be, Pinterest worthy, at the end of the day, the most important thing is that the space is functional. So I think you guys will see that this is a very realistic organization compared to some of the other things that you might see on YouTube. The end result is a lot more organized and a lot more functional, but most importantly, it is realistic. So I hope you guys appreciate seeing the realness over here on my channel. If you are new to my channel, I post a ton of small space organization videos. Those are my favorite things to post here on my channel, and I try to keep everything realistic and attainable. So if you need help organizing a small space in your home, then definitely make sure that you subscribe to my channel so you can come back every week for a new video, and hopefully I can help you organize your home this year in 2022.
So maybe you should leave with me. The night is young and so are we, baby. The night is young, so let's have some fun. If you love me.
This bin was full of face cloths and then a couple of bigger towels, but there's just no reason for me or for really anyone to have this many towels. I truthfully don't use them very often at all. So I decided to just go through this bin and find the few that were still in good condition and just keep a couple on hand. But like I said, I just don't use them. So I had no reason to keep this entire bin full of towels. Everything left on the floor, aside from obviously the baby jumper, were things that I was able to declutter from the closet. So it doesn't look like much, but I promise you it was a lot, and I was very pleased with myself. So now I'm going to remind you one more time how this closet looked before, what a crazy disorganized mess it was. And I'm very excited to show you the after now. It looks so much better. It's so much more organized. We can see everything. We know where everything is. It just makes a lot more sense. It is way more functional, and it has stayed like this. So as you guys know, I have a 1-month-old baby now. He was 3 weeks when we filmed this video, so it's been several weeks and this closet still looks great. Everything is still in its place and it's just been so much more functional for us. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video and it gave you some motivation, or it was helpful for you, maybe gave you some ideas for how you can organize a small space in your home. This is our one and only linen closet, so we had to make it work, and I think we accomplished what we were setting out to accomplish. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again in my next video.
I've been holding on, I wouldn't let you go. 'Cause every time I try, you find a loophole. I've been slamming the door and just leave you go.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This week we're tackling another small closet. This time it is my bedroom closet. This is another space that hasn't been touched since we moved in and was due for an extreme declutter, clean, and organize. We're going to take every single thing out of the closet, clean the space, and go through every item KonMari style. I was able to declutter so much from this space, as well as in my nightstand and other clutter that has accumulated in the room over time. We're also starting a bit of spring cleaning as well, so I hope you all find this video super motivating, and let's get into it. The first thing that I did was throw my duvet cover into the wash. I wanted to get all of my bedding clean, and since I have to run my duvet cover separate from my sheets, it takes hours. So I used some OxyClean to get out any stains, one of which was orange marker that my 4-year-old left open on my white duvet cover. Our closet is super tiny and it has been piled high with stuff that was thrown in there when we moved in and really isn't even a usable closet. We had plans to have an addition put on our house for a master bedroom and a master closet, but it is not looking promising to happen anytime soon, so I knew it was time to finally tackle this room and just make the most of what we have to work with right now. Before we can paint the room or do much of anything, the clutter absolutely had to be tackled. I mentioned in my kitchen decluttering video last week that I knew it was time to declutter because the mess was so out of control all of the time because we just have too much stuff. There's nowhere for anything to go because there's just too much of it. The same goes for our bedroom, and this was so overdue. But now I'm also stripping the rest of the bedding off of my bed because, like I mentioned, I wanted to get all of that cleaned. So we're going to do that, and then we'll work on getting everything taken out of the closet. I treat each organization or decluttering project differently, so sometimes I will empty out the space completely and I will go through each item individually, one by one, to determine what I want to keep or what I want to get rid of. But then there are other times where I find the method of taking every single thing out extremely overwhelming. There is no right way to organize and declutter, just do what works for you. As long as you get it done, that's all that matters. I could not believe how gross this closet was once I got it all emptied out. Some of this is definitely dust and fur balls that have accumulated from us, but some of it is still there from the previous owner. She didn't clean a single speck of anything before she moved out, so there was a lot of mess left behind, and I still have not tackled all of the mess that was left behind.
The one I'd like to be, a different side of me, yeah. You'll find a different side of me, like someone pretty neat, a different side of me, yeah.
For my other two recent closet organization videos, I have chosen to paint the closet and really fix it up, but on this day I really just wanted to focus on decluttering and organizing. So I did vacuum out the space really well, and then I also wiped it down, but I did not do any painting, and we are planning to have the floors replaced throughout the house. So when we do that, we'll be getting new baseboards as well. So I just figured that I would leave it for now, but it did kind of pain me a little bit to not fully make over the closet like I did for my other two videos. In an effort to reduce the number of cleaning products that I have in my home, I recently purchased the Blueland cleaning set. So it comes with a multi-purpose spray, a glass cleaner, and a bathroom cleaner. And I've been using only those three things for several weeks now and really liking them. So I was using that to wipe down the inside of the closet.
The layers are peeled away, got me moving through time and space. Your magic can't be erased, can't be erased. You'll find a different side of me, the one I'd like to be, a different side of me, yeah.
Now we are going to declutter my clothes. So the majority of this stuff is actually work clothes, and if you are new to my channel, you may not know that I do work a full-time job outside of YouTube. So I work a corporate job in banking, and I am fully remote. I'm also on maternity leave right now, so I have an 8-week-old baby. But when I do return back to work, it will not be in the office. It will still be fully remote. So I really had no need to hang on to all of this stuff, and I was hanging on to it just in case we ever did go back, but I decided to bite the bullet and just donate it all because I don't need it and somebody else may need it who's trying to enter the workforce. It definitely feels strange to kind of close that chapter of my life and know that I will never return back into a corporate office. I mean, I can never say never, but I am pretty sure that I'm going to be fully remote forever, and that's just such a crazy thing because so much of my life has consisted of commuting and daycare, and I feel thankful every day that I was able to find an opportunity that kept me at home. Plus I also have my YouTube.
I've got the image of you running circles in my mind right now, and it could fade away, but it probably won't, and I should let it be. But I'm gonna dive into you, and maybe I'll drown.
I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this long term, but for now I'm putting it back into the closet and I'm going to use it to organize my shoes. I actually don't have that many pairs of shoes. I'm not one of those women that obsesses over shoes and just buys them all the time. I just have a few pairs, so I went through the little bag I had, which had not been touched since we moved in, of shoes, and I picked out some that I would like to keep, and the rest I did throw away because they weren't really donatable.
We could blame it on the wine, but we know that we will both be lying. I wish I didn't want you. I was doing just fine the way that it was. Then you hand me these emotions, didn't want them, but I guess that I'm stuck with them. They could go away. Dive into you. And maybe I try.
Getting back into the decluttering, I am going through everything that was in that closet. So I'm just going through each item one by one, determining if I want to keep it, if it's trash, or if it's something that I can donate, and then I'm going to start putting things back into the closet.
You've seen all the things, all the places. I hope it means that you'll come home to me once you've traveled the world, all the spaces inside your heart. I hope I'll be your destination.
This backpack I had packed up when we went away for a weekend to an indoor water park, and that was last May. So it has been almost a year since I packed up that backpack for us to go away for a weekend, and I never unpacked it. And that is because right after we got home, I found out I was pregnant, and it was a whirlwind of sickness and then moving, and I just never got around to it. So I thought it was pretty funny that I still had a backpack packed up from a little trip that we took almost a year ago.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, you're up in space. You're inside the noise. I can feel you. Once you've seen all the things, all the places, I hope it means that you'll come home to me. Once you've traveled the world, all the spaces inside your heart. I hope I'll be your destination. I hope I'll be your life-changing sensation.
So that you get the full effect of this organization and decluttering project, I'm sharing the before one more time so you remember how bad this closet looked, and then here is the after. It looks so much better. There's way more space. My husband can actually put his things into the closet now, so I'm very proud of myself and so happy that I decided to do this. But we still have lots more decluttering to go in this room, so make sure that you stay tuned. The video does not end here.
You're the traveling kind. It's a known fact.
This Target bag was full of things that we had shoved into it as we were being discharged from the hospital after having our newborn 8 weeks ago, and it has been sitting on our bedroom floor ever since. So finally going through all of that clutter. We're also going to go through all of the clutter that has accumulated underneath the baby's bassinet and getting this room back in order.
Every moment tonight, they led me to you. Every single
My nightstand is a super clutter magnet right now just because I need to keep a lot of things close by in the night because I'm still waking up with the baby a couple of times every night. But there was also a ton of stuff inside the drawers in my nightstand that I really needed to go through that I had no use for in my life, and I've just, for some reason, been holding on to inside of my nightstand for who knows how long.
to pay. If I make it home tonight, may I hold you one last time? Let me hold you one last time. What if it's too late for me?
You guys will see in a couple of minutes that my husband still does not have a nightstand, and that's not because I didn't order him one, it's because it's been on back order forever. So I think it's finally coming in April, and I'm really looking forward to it because right now he's been using a trash can to hold things at night, which again, like I said, makes me feel like a broke college kid or something, like in our first apartment. It's not ideal. So I'm really looking forward to him having his nightstand, and it's just going to make the room look a little bit better. I also recently purchased him a dresser that matches the furniture that we have in our room. Surprisingly, that was not back ordered, but the nightstand still is. It's very strange. But I got him a tall dresser just for his things because up until that point, he had been using like fabric bins and plastic bins from Target to store all of his clothes, which was just not working, especially in such a small space.
One last time, let me hold you one last time. What if it's too late for me now? What if you've gone to someone
Because the layout of our room is very awkward and it's really hard to place furniture, our TV is angled funny on the dresser and it bothers me too, so I'm hoping that at some point we can mount it to the wall and then just have it like on a swivel mount that we can angle it out and then move it back during the day so it doesn't look so funky all the time. But the only thing that makes me kind of hesitant to do that is that we already use the available space on that dresser as a clutter magnet, so I feel like it's just going to get worse. Anytime we have a table or an open space that we can put stuff on, we will put stuff on it, and I really want to avoid bringing in any more clutter after working so hard getting this room back in order.
Let me feel your love again.
Anytime I'm cleaning, I like to get my diffusers going, so I'm putting some, I think it's the Retreat blend from, gosh, I don't think I can pronounce the brand, but I will link it down below if I can. But I'm just putting that blend into my diffuser and getting it going so that our room smells nice and fresh and clean.
Doing what we need to do, staying up all night, everything is alright. Oh, I wanna be with you, oh, I wanna be with you. Let me be that someone who can hold your hand. I don't even know if you can understand how you make me feel. I got you in my head. Oh, I wanna be with you, oh, I wanna be with you. Let me be that someone who can hold your hand. I don't even know if you can understand how you make me feel. I got you in my head. Oh, I wanna be with you, oh, I wanna be with you.
Taking a little break because I feel like I can't get to like this side of the room or even that side of the room to deal with anything until I've made the bed. Because this room is so small, it's just really difficult. So I'm going to take a little break, plus the baby's been sleeping in his swing for a while, so I should go get him. If you're wondering what the noise is, it is an air purifier that I have over there. I have a severe dust allergy, so last time I cleaned this room, my allergies were awful. So I'm trying to have the air purifier going in here, and hopefully I don't end up with that. This is where we're leaving off on right now. So all of this is to donate, and all of this is trash. So that is quite a bit of stuff that fit into this tiny little room, and we're not even done yet.
Staying up all night, everything is alright.
This fan has been bothering me for quite some time, but I just could not find the time or the energy to deal with it. So I'm finally tackling that, and I'm just taking the vacuum to it to suck up as much of this dust as I possibly can. I tried to see if there was a way that I could take the fan apart so I could really clean it, but I just couldn't figure it out. I don't really think there is a way with this one, but if I do figure it out, I will definitely be taking it apart to give it a really good clean. Now that my bedding was done being washed, I'm going to work on getting my bed put back together. This is probably the third week in a row that I've made my bed every single day, and it has felt amazing. And it may sound like something so small and so simple to everybody else, but when I was pregnant with our little boy, who's now 8 weeks old, I struggled a lot with prenatal depression, and I physically could not bring myself to do everyday tasks like making my bed. The state of my bedroom before I filmed this video was a pretty accurate representation of how I was feeling throughout my pregnancy, which was just not good. And if you guys have watched my channel for a long time, then you know that that is so not like me. I used to have just a dedicated cleaning channel before I got really into my small space organization videos. So my house was always super clean. I was very strict with myself about my cleaning routine and all of my rituals when it came to that. But I just let it all go out the window when I was pregnant because I physically could not bring myself to do much of anything other than lay on the couch or lay in my bed and just feel bad all of the time. Now that I'm on the other side of that and feeling like myself again, not a day goes by that I'm not grateful for my mental health and to feel good and to be able to do such simple things like making my bed. About a week before I filmed this video, I had actually lifted up my mattress and cleaned out the bed frame and underneath the mattress, and it was so bad. I can't even begin to tell you guys how gross it was. The amount of dust, there was also like cat throw up and just a lot of stuff underneath our bed. It was very nasty. And after doing that, I had a major allergy attack that night. I could not breathe. My lungs were all messed up. My eyes were itchy. My nose was running. And that just goes to show how bad our room actually got. All of that being said, I'm just so grateful every day to be feeling back to myself. And clearly this organizing, cleaning, and decluttering was very much needed.
Everybody's been saying that you're up to no good. Everyone has been telling me that you got me hooked. You're playing it big time. You're feeding me lies. Everyone has been bugging me to sever the ties. But I would never, ever, ever would have believed them. No reason. Sometimes the truth is hard to see.
I have a very noisy baby on my lap right now, so if you're wondering what that is, that's what that is. If you hear some grunting and some cooing, but we're going to finish off this video just putting the rest of everything away, and then I'm going to share with you guys one more before and after so you can remember how bad my room was before we got started on this project. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video and you found it motivating. Don't forget to click the link in my description box below so you can check out Every Plate, and thank you again to Every Plate for sponsoring this video. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you'll come back again next week for another one.
I'm going to smile, but I would never, ever, ever would have believed them. No reason. Sometimes the truth is hard to see. But now the never, ever, ever seemed to be over. I saw her, so I'm happy I got freed. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. I won, got it done. Lucky, lucky, lucky me.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel for another video. Today we are doing another small space organizing, but with a bit of a twist. Typically for these videos I buy unique organization tools and products, and I show you clever ways to make the most of your space, but today I'm getting really real with you guys. I can't organize because I simply have too much stuff. We moved into this house in July of 2021, and usually when you move houses you do a ton of decluttering, Well, that didn't happen for me because I was in my first trimester pregnant with my now almost 7-week-old baby, who you can probably hear breathing really loud while he's sleeping in the background right now. And I was sick as a dog, so I am ready to finally tackle this clutter and share the whole process with you guys today. We are taking apart cabinets, decluttering, and reorganizing, so let's get into it.
We go to New Jersey, your eyes seen, I'll be worried. You said it was nothing, but I know you get buried. The sorrow of us, the sorrow of us. How did we end up here? We used to laugh so hard. When did we stop loving, babe? When did it all go too far? We don't listen when we talk. We fight fire with fire.
So right off the bat, just in that first cabinet, I will say that a lot of things are in the dishwasher right now. It's actually running. So it's missing like bowls and plates and stuff that are Carson's. But as far as this stuff goes, I've had these. These are ice cream dishes. These were a gift for my wedding shower and I've never used them. Like I think maybe I've used them 3 or 4 times, but typically if I'm eating ice cream, I either eat it directly out of the container like a savage, or I put it into a mug and eat it out of a mug. I just feel like, I don't know about you guys, but when I eat ice cream, I eat more than this. So these just aren't practical for me. They're also getting just kind of like dingy and gross from being in the cabinet literally forever. And I've taken them on, this is, let me think. This is, I think, the 5th place that we've moved to that these ice cream cups have come with us, and I've never used them. So going to get rid of these. And then these cups are just like snack cups of Carson's, but we don't ever use them anymore. And I think even if I wanted to use something like this for Sutton when he gets bigger, so I think I would probably just replace these if I were to need something like this for Sutton. And then these, I think I have more of these somewhere, but these go to certain like juice packets or juice pouches or whatever. And we don't ever have juice in our house. Carson doesn't drink juice, so I don't even know how we accumulated these, but getting rid of these because we don't need them. And then also these funky straws, we've never used these. There is no good way to arrange my under the sink organization because of the garbage disposal, which, side note, I'm really not a fan of, and I probably will not be including that in my kitchen renovation. But I had way too many cleaning products that I just don't use under there, so my main goal was to minimize my collection of cleaning products. And honestly, I probably could have thinned it out more because I don't reach for many of these remaining items very often, but decluttering and organizing is never perfect the first time around, so I can always revisit and get rid of some more items in the future.
How did we end up here? We used to laugh so hard.
So today, of course, we are doing a huge declutter and reorganize of my kitchen using things that I already have. But once we get our full kitchen renovation done, I am so excited to order some new organization products, which brings me to today's sponsor, Top Cashback. I have recently started using Top Cashback to earn money back on purchases that I make online. There are over 4,000 retailers available on Top Cashback, including the Container Store, Michael's, and Dollar Tree, which are some of my favorite places to shop for organization. If you're watching this video because you have a small space to organize, the Top Cashback site or app is the perfect place to start to earn money back on those canisters you may need, or spice jars, shelf risers, or spice organizers like this one that I used recently in a video. Each retailer on Top Cashback will have a percentage that you can earn back if you shop their site through the Top Cashback app or website. These percentages change frequently, but Top Cashback offers 100% of commission back to members, and because of that, they have consistently higher rates than other competitors, and there's no minimum for payout. I like to use the app since I have my phone on me pretty much all the time, and navigating the app is extremely easy. You can scroll around and view all the merchants available, as well as how much cash back is currently being offered to shop that site, or you can search for a merchant specifically too. Top Cashback also offers a browser extension, which makes earning your cashback even easier by eliminating the need to visit their website first in order to shop. It is free to download and use and will notify you if there's cashback available on a website that you're already shopping on. Signing up is super easy. It seriously takes under a minute and you're ready to start shopping. And right now you can earn a $10 sign up bonus if you use my link to sign up and spend your first $25. So be sure to click the link below to sign up. Like I said, it takes under a minute to join, and I just want to say a huge thank you to Top Cashback for sponsoring today's video. The skinny little drawer next to my dishwasher with all of my measuring cups and spoons was just not functioning well for me and was constantly jammed. So I decided to switch a couple of drawers up and try moving them elsewhere. I ended up putting these in the drawer directly next to my stove, and at least so far it has felt far less frustrating trying to find what I need, not having to deal with a jammed drawer all the time. My corner cabinets were full of the bulk of my clutter: Tupperware containers that were missing lids, random kitchen gadgets I never touch, containers with food that needed to be tossed. I pulled things out of these cabinets that I didn't even know I had, which is just awful. So we're going to spend some time pulling things out of these cabinets, sorting, decluttering, and putting things back. My main goal was to have a cabinet where I could put our breads. They were always on the counter and taking up too much space. And I also wanted to make space to take my essential oils collection off the counters as well. I've been storing a lot of my baking related ingredients and materials, as well as food storage containers and miscellaneous things in this Lazy Susan that I have in my kitchen, which I do not like the Lazy Susan very much. I always thought that I would like to have one, but now that I do, I find it kind of inconvenient and nothing really makes sense to go in there. So I'm just doing what I can with this space while I still have one, but I don't think I'll be incorporating a Lazy Susan into my new kitchen when we finally get the renovations done. I did a pantry organizing video recently, which I will link in the cards right here if you're interested in seeing that. But a lot of these containers that I have on my counters right now actually came from my pantry cabinet that I had in my apartment. And I haven't touched this food in that long, and I just feel like a lot of it is probably not good anymore. And there's also not much in any of these. So I'm going to toss what food is in those, except for a couple of things, like I had a powdered sugar one that I'm going to keep and a brown sugar one that I'm going to keep. But for now, I'm not going to be using those containers, and I'm hoping that eventually I will have a real full-sized pantry that I can fit all of these containers and reuse them. So I am going to keep them, but I'm going to move them into the basement for now because I just don't need them. Since I am using some different airtight containers that I featured in that pantry organization video that I posted a couple of weeks ago.
I cannot be drugged. No, I won't have a day. Not playing this game. I do not fill you. I'm not crossing that tape. It would be a shame. So listen, baby, listen carefully, 'cause I got something to say. I feel us fading. Listen carefully. Let's stop this charade. Stop this charade.
This candy is actually from Halloween, and that goes to show how much candy we actually eat in this house. We just don't reach for candy very often. So I put some candy into a little jar that I have on the kitchen counter, but the rest of it I did go ahead and toss.
run away on this night, do whatever we like. We will see things clearly, on top of the world is what we deserve. So listen, baby, listen carefully, 'cause I got something to say. I feel us fading, listen carefully, let's stop this charade, stop this charade.
Something that really stands in my way when I'm decluttering is how much it pains me to know that I wasted money on something, but I decided to take this all as a lesson learned and work on being more intentional going forward with what I'm bringing into my home. Amazon has made it way too easy to just purchase something quick without even thinking about what you're doing, and I really want to break that habit this year.
Stop this charade. I would give you the world if it was up to me. It's not too late to be heard.
At the end of this video, I do go into more detail about where things are located and why I put things in certain bins and whatnot, but I will just say that these bins have worked okay for me. I think I had too many of them in there, so I needed to narrow it down a little bit. But I like to have one with all of my dangerous kitchen tools that I don't want the children to get into, and then one has a lot of things that I use for making Carson's lunches for school. So I'm going to keep those bin systems alive, but I definitely thinned out what was in them.
Stop this charade. I don't play no games no more. Stop this charade.
I like to keep in the parts where I am putting something back in a space and then I'm taking it back out and then I'm putting it back in a different way and taking it back out over and over and over again, because I want you guys to see that we do not always get things right the first time.
You go through walls, keep on acting small. Even if you got something left to lose, even if there is
I came to the realization that we have too much stuff when my kitchen was constantly messy. Every day, no matter how hard I tried, the counters were cluttered and there was stuff everywhere, and it was creating so much stress for me. So my first piece of advice, if you are working with a small space, is to cut down on the clutter. It is easily the most important step of organizing. Clutter is proven to create stress and anxiety, or exacerbate stress and anxiety that you already have. So the declutter bug has bit me for sure, and you guys are going to be amazed when you see how much I was able to declutter from my kitchen.
spending all the rules. It gets colder, but I hate being cool. I can't be cool to you.
My bakeware, I struggle a lot with this. If I'm being totally honest with myself, I don't use it often at all, but a lot of it was gifted to me, and many pieces were given to me by my grandmother over many Christmases, and she passed away in January of 2021. So I'm very sentimental about a lot of these items. I would love to start baking more and using these things. So for now, instead of getting rid of them, I am just rearranging them, and I'm setting a goal now to actually use these, or I will have to force myself to declutter at least some of it.
Don't regret that. In the aftermath of us. Baby, I got no excuses. I got nothing left to say. Didn't wanna stand up useless.
we still have another drawer to go through, still have some more work to do, but this is where we are at so far as everything that I'm going to declutter. This was so much. I have never decluttered this much at one time in my kitchen.
Just like a love song, baby, it's haunting me. Don't know what you're thinking, it's like I'm sinking deep underwater.
Now I'm just taking a moment to dump out what was in those jars, and I'm going to throw them in my sink, which I later did load them into my dishwasher, clean them, and I got them put downstairs in the basement so they're ready to use whenever I can use them. I just don't have anything to use them for right now.
Gotta be fearless, no one can hear us. You're throwing the pillars to the floor. Now put your loving on me. Hey, loving on me. Maybe you won't see me get emotional.
This is my junk drawer, and as you can see, it has accumulated a lot more junk recently, so we're going to go through this drawer and get rid of anything that I no longer need, find the trash, and sort everything so that it looks just a little bit more organized.
And baby, please don't think I run away from you. It's just sometimes I get scared to dive into it. I want you lying next to me. Yeah, I want your body, your body too. Yeah, body too. Will you be my ride or die? Around all these people, we'll try to be someone better than you and I. Posing for pictures, but nobody listens to anything that you have to say. Can we just leave and walk away? Walk away, walk away. Maybe you won't see me get emotional, and sometimes I pretend I'm just above it all. But I want you lying next to me. Yeah, I want your body too. Yeah, body too. And baby, please don't think I run away from you. It's just sometimes I get scared to dive into it. I want you lying next to me. Yeah, I want your body too. Yeah, body too.
So that bin has important paperwork that I'm probably going to scan into my phone so that I can keep like a copy of it but not have to actually keep the papers. And then also like Christmas cards that I don't know what to do with. They're extras, but I like to keep them every single year, so don't know what to do with that. But this, I don't know where the container is that goes with this. I think I might know where it is, so I'm gonna look, and if I can't find the container that goes with this, I will get rid of it. But this is everything I'm decluttering from the kitchen. Some of it is just trash. Some of it I'm going to see if I can give away if family members want it. I'm also going to give my husband the opportunity to go through and make sure there's nothing in here that he like really wants to keep. I doubt there is, but you just never know. So this is a lot for me. I think this is the most I've ever decluttered in the kitchen at one time, and I think it's going to make life so much easier in the long run when we end up getting the kitchen renovated, or if we move again at some point, just to get rid of all of this excess stuff that we don't need, that has honestly been going from like house to house to house with us and is just so unnecessary. I don't know how. I feel like it's hard to tell how much is actually in there on camera, but it is a lot, and I'm super proud of myself for how much progress I made today. So next to the stove, I have things that will help me for prepping food. So food scale, toothpicks if I need to see if something is done baking. I have my colanders that I use to wash fruit and stuff. And then all of my measuring things. These just did not fit properly in this drawer. So I don't know what I'm going to put in here, but the measuring cups, it just wasn't working being in that drawer. So I think it's going to be much better having them in here. These ones are like tall, so they still kind of hit when I close it, but not nearly as bad as the old drawer. And then this is like aluminum foil and saran wrap and that type of stuff. So that drawer's fine. Down here I have oven mitts. I actually just ordered new ones because these ones have seen better days. So I'm getting new oven mitts, but for now these ones are in here. And then I also have a couple of cutting boards. I got rid of the majority of my cutting boards because it's just so unnecessary to have more than like one or two. I don't see why I could ever need more than that. And then down the bottom is kitchen towels, so I didn't touch that today. I'm gonna try and do this before the baby starts screaming, but he is waking up. So in here on the spin around, so these are just glass food containers, and then anything baking related is in all of these baskets. And the way they were before in here, it was just very all over the place. So I think being able to pull out a whole basket as opposed to like having a bunch of random stuff that I can't even see, it will just make more sense. And then down below I have a couple more storage containers, but I didn't want to have too many. I feel like I always have an excess of them, so I narrowed down my collection quite a bit. And then I have my mini waffle maker, which we like to use a lot, way more than the full-size waffle maker. I have some rubber bands, mixing bowl, and then this is an ice cream storage container that I really thought about getting rid of because I've only ever used it one time, but I do have an ice cream maker and I would be mad at myself if I didn't have something I could store the ice cream in if I ever made some. So I kept that, and then I have my Bent Go lunchbox that was Carson's back when he went to a daycare when he was like 2 years old. I don't want to get rid of it because I might need this at some point. And then also I have this cake stand that I've had since my wedding, and it's kind of impractical, but it's one of those things that I'm a little bit sentimental about, so I won't be getting rid of that. We had been putting bread up on the counter over here, and it was just creating so much clutter. So my goal with going through this cabinet was to make space for the bread. So I have bread over here. I have all of my essential oils that were also on the counter in this container, which I can just pull down when I'm wanting to use them. I have chocolate that is my secret stash that I don't want Carson to get into back there. And then these are shot glasses that were gifted to me like in different vacations that family members have gone on. And then I have like extra salt and pepper. And then up top, this is a giant bag of like gallon-sized freezer bags. So I don't have anywhere else that this will fit, so I have them in there. This is all of like cookie cutters I use when I make Carson's lunch, apple slicers, stuff like that. And these are dangerous tools that I do not want my kids to get into, so anything super sharp, like there's a cheese grater in there, pizza cutter, stuff like that goes in there so they don't get hurt. And then up top I have just a bunch of like cupcake pans and baking pans. This cabinet is so random, but I hope that someday I will have a real pantry that this random stuff can go in, but for now I just stuck it in this cabinet, and it's a little bit better than it was before. So napkins, I have formula in case I ever need it. I do nurse, but you never know. And then I have like my pump parts and stuff in there, vitamins just so that they're not on the counter where Carson can grab them. And then also sandwich bags, some disposable cups in case we ever need them, matches that I wanted out of reach from the children. And then this, I really like this, but it doesn't fit particularly well in my cabinets right now. But this is cool for organizing like your stainless steel cups and stuff. Up here is where we typically keep cat related things because my cats are insane, and if they like know where a bag of treats is, they will find a way to get into it and eat all of the treats. So we keep the treats way up high, and then sometimes we also have like cat food and stuff up there, but we do not right now. And then this cabinet is where all of like the kid related stuff goes. So we have all of the cups, and then we have plates. There's usually bowls and stuff in there, but my dishwasher is running right now. So we do have a lot of free space though now. Like this side, I'm gonna keep baby's bottles in case he needs them. They're also all on the dishwasher right now. And then up top I'll probably keep actually I could probably put my pump parts up there that were in the other cabinet. That would make more sense. And then this is my junk drawer. I feel like other people call it like a utility drawer. I call it a junk drawer, and I have just so much random stuff in here that I still want to go through more. Like these cords, I know this one goes to my Apple Watch, I know this goes to my iPad, this obviously goes to some sort of, like a lot of these go to an Apple product, but I just don't know how to organize these. So if you guys have any ideas, make sure you leave them in the comments, because cords are like the bane of my existence. It's so hard to find a good place to put them all and keep them from just being like this. For example, on the counter I have this super long cord right now, and it just looks awful. So I don't know what to do with these cords. And then like obviously pens and flashlights and tape measure, Gorilla Glue, cat related grooming and nail trimming, stuff like that, that I don't know where else to put. So I think eventually I'll go through this even more, but this is better than it was. At least I can open the drawer without it being jammed. That is all for this week's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it and it gave you some motivation to go tackle a small space in your home, to do some decluttering and some organizing. Whenever I do get my kitchen renovation done, you better believe there are going to be a ton more kitchen organization videos. So make sure that you subscribe to my channel if you are interested in seeing that, and turn your notification bells on and come back every single week for another video. I also want to say another big thank you to Top Cashback for sponsoring this video, and don't forget to click the link in my description box below so you can sign up for Top Cashback and you can earn $10 after you spend your first $25 using their website or app. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you'll come back again next week for another video.
Can't find a time where I can tell ya what I feel now. Been biting my tongue for a while. The words just wanna come out. I'm too afraid to be rejected. It's so expected. I feel like I'm out of my mind, but I know I can't deny you. I am so alienated. Sitting on planet X. I'm becoming the person I've hated. Wonder what will happen next. Yeah, I don't know why. It's like a charge around us that just feels right.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel for an extreme all-day complete disaster clean with me. This is my first cleaning video in months, and it shows I am almost 6 weeks out from my C-section and finally feeling well enough to tackle the mess. The clutter all around me was truly driving me insane, and I am so excited to tackle it today with all of you. This video is sure to provide you with tons of cleaning and decluttering motivation, so I hope that you enjoy it. Put me up on your computer, TV, phone, iPad, whatever, and let's get to work on this together.
Living into my damn heart. It feels like I am losing my grip, going crazy. 'Cause this doesn't make any sense. You're broken down all my defenses. No way back to the old me. When I'm stuck here on planet X.
I was hesitant to film this video and not pre-clean any of my house prior to turning on the camera. I have never been one to do that, but truthfully, over the last year, I have got pretty jaded about what I show on my channel. I got an influx of hate comments throughout my pregnancy, and it made me feel like I had to hide the mess from all of you and that I had something I should be ashamed of. I even had someone tell me it doesn't look like I have pride in my space anymore, and another person compare me to a different pregnant YouTuber and tell me I wasn't doing as good of a job as her and I complained too much. So showing my house in this state was scary because it felt like I would be almost validating the mean comments. But I know I'm not alone. I know all of our houses get like this, and I really want to keep my channel authentic. I'll be honest, my pregnancy was extremely difficult for not only the physical difficulties, but also personal stuff as well that I don't talk about on the internet. So I just want this to serve as a reminder that we all fall behind, we all go through difficult seasons, and if you're in one of those, you are not alone, and I hope my channel makes you feel welcome and safe and seen compared to some of the other more perfect content you might find on YouTube.
You send me right out into space. You send me right out into space. Space, right into space. Yeah, I don't know why. It's like a charge around us that just feels right. Can't get my head around it. I can never hit the brakes.
It really has been so long since I have done a deep clean of my house, so just getting this done seriously felt so good. It felt like such a breath of fresh air, and it was also extremely nice out the day that I was cleaning. Something about the first time that you get to open your windows and let in the fresh air after a really cold winter just gets me so excited for spring cleaning season. I'm so looking forward to getting to truly spring clean this year and have no limitations on what I can do. But before I can really effectively do that, as you can see, I have so much clutter right now that needs to be dealt with. We just have accumulated way too much stuff. So as I was cleaning on this day, I was brutal with myself about just getting rid of things. As I found something that no longer serves me, I just got rid of it instead of stuffing it into a drawer, and it felt so good. I knew that it was going to be bad underneath this sideboard, but I had no idea it was going to be this bad. So we are going to tackle this dust mess together. This is just insane. I don't know how I let it get this bad. Now we are going to use my new Roborock Dyad to clean the floors. This video is sponsored by Roborock, and I'm excited to share this with you guys. So the Dyad is a vacuum and a mop in one, and I have been testing it out for several weeks now and loving it. The whole vacuum and mop thing has been kind of trendy for a while, but what sets the Roborock apart is a couple of things. So first of all, the Dyad has edge-to-edge cleaning. You will notice that the roller comes right up to the edge, so it doesn't miss anything when you're cleaning. It also is the only one on the market that has dual rollers, and they actually spin in opposite directions, so it helps to make sure that you are sucking up as much mess as possible by doing twice the work with only one pass. It can pick up wet and dry mess at the same time. I actually dumped some milk on my floor for the sake of showing you guys, and I sprinkled some rice on top of it, and the Dyad picked it all up, no problem. It will also easily clean even dried on messes. I won't share exactly what the dried on mess was that I tested this out on recently, but I'll say it was cat related, and the Dyad really impressed me by picking it all right up. Something else I love about the Dyad is the angled head. It whips around so easily, and you can maneuver around really anything without having to move things out of the way. The battery can also run for up to 35 minutes, so I'm able to clean every room in my house without worrying it will run out of a charge. It also cleans itself. All you have to do is load it up onto the included docking station, and it will charge and self-clean. If you're in the market for a new wet and dry vacuum, you just cannot go wrong with the Roborock Dyad. It will make your life so much easier, and keeping your floors clean a breeze. So I'm going to link it in my description box below. Be sure to check it out and let me know in the comments if you end up ordering one. And I just want to say a big thank you to Roborock for sponsoring today's video. Now we are moving on to the kitchen, which I was most afraid to show you guys the kitchen because truthfully, it has looked like this for weeks and weeks. It's been so bad. I mean, I obviously was recovering from a C-section, so I was unable to do a lot of these things. But even before that, at the end of pregnancy, I was pretty much useless. So the kitchen has looked like this for a long time, and it felt amazing to finally take the time to actually go through all of the things that were cluttering up my countertops. So as I was cleaning up, I was just getting rid of things or finding the home where it actually belonged instead of just sitting on the countertops. So we're not doing a declutter in the sense where I'm taking out everything from a cabinet and we're going to go through it and we're going to throw things away or donate them. We're doing a declutter as I go. So as I was going through everything on my countertops, I was getting rid of what we didn't need or putting it back where it actually belonged. And if you're wondering what all the little noises are in the background right now, that is my baby. He just wants to say hello to you guys. And he is a very noisy sleeper. So he's making all kinds of grunts and noises right now, but that's fine. I'm sure you guys don't mind.
We watch the sun go down over the same old town, like so many times before. We look at the same old stars, battle the same old wars, like so many times before. And I know that we're not perfect.
When we bought this house, I talked a lot about our plans to renovate it, and we had a full kitchen renovation planned and an addition planned and everything else, but we have had the worst time finding a contractor to actually do the work. I think contractors are just extremely busy right now, and then also with the price increases on everything, with everything going on in the world and all this inflation, it has been very difficult. So I don't know when we're going to get our work done. I'm really hoping that in the spring we can at least get started. I think soon we are going to replace all of the floors at least in the house, which is going to be amazing, and it's going to feel so good. We do need to paint pretty much every single room. We have a lot of work that we need to do, and we'll probably end up having to do more work ourselves than I had originally planned, but it's just been difficult. We've had several contractors come out and they look at the property and then they never get back to me with a quote, and I've followed up so many times. I don't understand it. It's very frustrating, but we've also kind of toyed with the idea of moving states. So we'll see what we end up doing. Everything is kind of up in the air right now. I do not like my kitchen at all, but I am, of course, grateful that I even have one. I have beautiful appliances. I have a house. I have a roof over my head, healthy children. Everybody here is good. I'm very grateful. But of course, I do wish I had my big, beautiful kitchen that I had planned when we moved in. While I'm doing the dishes, I figured I would give you guys a little bit of a baby update. So Sutton is 6 weeks old as of Saturday, which is in a couple of days while I'm doing these voiceovers. He'll be 6 weeks when this video goes up. And he's doing awesome. He's so good. He's such a good little baby. And we've of course had our difficulties with sleeping, but he's getting much better. He's kind of settling into more of a routine now as far as the sleep goes. So he'll wake up around 2 in the morning and then he'll go back to sleep, and he'll wake up again around 5 or 6, and then he'll usually go back to sleep again until about 8. So that's been awesome. I truly couldn't ask for much more than that. It's definitely better than like the hourly or every 2 hours that cycle that we've been going through since we got home from the hospital. So I'm feeling pretty rested. I'm feeling mostly back to myself. I do of course have some weight I need to lose after having him. I gained a lot more weight this time than I did with Carson, like true weight. With Carson I just swelled like crazy. So I do have some work to do, but I'm feeling so happy. And we just love this little guy so much. He's so adorable and such a good baby. If you guys don't follow me over on Instagram, then you should go follow me there, because I post a ton of pictures and videos of him over on my stories. We also had some newborn pictures done and they came out beautiful. So if you want to check those out, those are on my feed over on my Instagram.
Nobody told me to settle down. Day nights and late nights don't get around, but there's something about you.
There was a spider on my windowsill, so Carson, being the big man that he is, he wanted to get up and check to see if the spider was alive or dead. So he used a cord to kind of like touch the spider and see if it moved, and he determined that it was dead. So he's my little protector. He's too funny. But now we are going to run the garbage disposal and then clean out the sink.
I get too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better, yeah. I get too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better. Hey, I think that you're in over your head. Now I'm done talking. This time I might go out with my friends. And I don't want your sad blue eyes. You know everything about me. Like I need my territory. So why are you still so needy? You're in over your head.
I got a new diffuser recently, and I don't think I could pronounce the name of the brand if I tried to right now, but I will link it down below. It's really nice, and I got a little kit with it. I think it's like the Boost kit or something, and it comes with a bunch of essential oil blends that really help to boost your mood and make you feel more energized. So I'm putting Clean Sweep into the diffuser, which is perfect for a cleaning day. This pink stuff is great for cleaning your cooktop if you have a glass cooktop like I do. It works super well. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this over here on YouTube, but I had a really unfortunate incident with my glass cooktop several months ago. I want to say actually it was closer to the summertime. Right after we got our new stove, our beautiful new stove, we had an incident, and ultimately the stove ended up having multiple cracks on the cooktop right on the right side of it, and I was so devastated about it. I didn't end up getting it replaced or anything because it's pretty expensive to buy a new cooktop, so maybe eventually I will get it replaced, but for now it still functions just fine. It was just really sad that it happened like that because it was brand new. I couldn't tell you guys the last time that I went around and wiped down all of my appliances, so that was really nice to do. I recently got the Blue Land cleaning kit, so I'm using that, just the multi-purpose spray to wipe everything down, and it smells really good. It's citrusy, which I love when I'm cleaning. Anything citrus, it's just so good to me. So I'm using the multi-purpose spray to wipe everything down, and I don't need to use anything special on my appliances to clean them because they're just really nice. This is the Frigidaire Gallery line, I believe, and they just don't smudge and they don't get fingerprints, and they're just so easy to keep clean. You can use literally any cleaner and it will work just fine. You do not have to buy a special stainless steel cleaner. And I'm just going to use my Robo-Rock to clean the floors.
Take me to a different place. Just the two of us, and we can stay up all night, kissing under streetlights, doing what we want to, doing what we need to do, staying up all night. Everything is alright. Oh, I wanna be with you.
This bin has been full of junk for seriously months. This has been sitting somewhere in my house for months. So I finally went through it and got rid of what I don't need, threw away any trash, put away anything that I do need. And this seriously only took a few minutes of my life. So I don't know why I procrastinated for so long. Moving on to Carson's bedroom, his room is a total disaster. He loves to play in his room, and he does do a good job of cleaning up when I ask him to, but it's still never the same as when mom does it. So I really needed to step in and do a really good deep clean of his room and get everything back in order and where it belongs, and put away all of his laundry. We have Betty's bedding in Carson's room, which is like zipper bedding, and I don't know why I didn't buy one sooner. I've been talking about it for years, but it took me a long time to buy it because it's not really cheap, and I was just having a hard time committing to it. But we're very happy with the Betty's bedding, and he loves it as well, and he loves how easy it is for him to make his own bed. For some reason, Carson always takes out blankets and unfolds them and throws them all over the place. I don't know if any of you guys also struggle with that with your toddlers, but he just does it all the time. I don't understand. So I'm folding up all of those blankets and getting them put away up high where he can't always take them out and throw them all over the place. And now we're just going to walk around his room and put everything away back where it belongs. Something I have been considering decluttering, but I just haven't yet, is this chair. This was actually a gift to us, and I believe it's from Pottery Barn Kids, but I just feel like Carson is not using it, and it's just taking up a lot of space in a very small room. So I am thinking about getting rid of the chair. I just don't know what to do with it, because I believe I could give away the inside of the chair and then someone else could buy a new cover for it. I'm really not sure, but I definitely don't think that that should go into the trash. I think that could be rehomed and someone else could get a lot of use out of it. Anywhere there is a flat surface in my house, there will be things thrown on top of it. So in this case, Carson's dresser was looking like a hot mess with toys and clothes and junk and trash and just random things all over it. So I'm very happy to finally tackle this clutter and get it all off of his dresser, put away or thrown away. Since I know that somebody will say something about it, I'm just going to go ahead and address the TV in Carson's room. Yes, I know he's 4 years old and he has a TV, and that's our own personal decision as parents, and he really does not use it. The only reason why it's in his room is because on Sundays when my husband is watching football and Carson is miserable and does not want to watch football with him, he'll go in his room and he can watch shows on Netflix or whatever. It also has a parental control on it, so I have to type in a code every single time we try to use the remote to turn anything on. He can't just grab the remote and put on whatever he wants. We also do not have cable at all in our house, so the only things that he has access to are like Netflix and the apps that we choose to put on the TV for him, but he truthfully hardly ever uses this TV.
I just wanna let you know, behind the mirrors and all that smoke, promises and alibis, I don't believe. Told me you would change my world, now I know what you are worth. Gone and lost your hold on me, I don't believe. Have me acting like a fool, to no use. Got me wondering why you still you're giving me nothing, a whole lot of nothing, baby. Would've settled for something.
I love to get my oils going after I finish cleaning a room, so I'm putting in some lavender into Carson's little owl diffuser, and this is a kid's blend, so it's already diluted for me.
I don't believe you. Every now and then you lose in life, what you're risking when you roll the dice. Now I'm gonna place the bet on me. I do believe you will learn what it's like to fail. Gave a little and far too late.
If you guys have been on my channel for a long time, then you might remember that in my old house we had carpet in all the bedrooms. So the way that I always ended all of my cleaning segments in my video, every time I finished a room, was always vacuuming. That was just what I did. And now I have all hard floors in my house, so now I always finish all of my rooms using my vacuum mop.
Now you're selling me stories, but I don't believe you. I do believe it.
It wouldn't be one of my videos if I didn't have a huge pile of laundry that I needed to fold, so I sped this way up 1,000%. I wish I could fold laundry this fast, but I sped it way up because I personally don't enjoy laundry segments of videos and I didn't want it to take up too much time. So we are going to really quickly fold all of this laundry and get it put away.
But I'm giving in with the waiting. But your darling is zero. No hint of a hero. Now you're selling me stories, but I don't believe you. I do believe it. I do believe it. Just wanna stay in this paradise. 'Cause it looks like you're a fallen angel. And wherever you have been now, baby, I don't wanna know, don't wanna fight, just wanna stay in this paradise. If only for a minute longer.
As we approach the end of winter and the beginning of spring, I am going to have to start thinking about Carson's spring and summer wardrobe. So that means yet another declutter of his wardrobe. So if you guys want me to film that, I will. I usually always do, but I never know if you guys find that interesting or if you find that really boring. So you'll have to let me know in the comments below if you would like to see another clothing declutter video. I do think that the washing machine eats socks, I'm pretty sure, because I am always missing so many socks. It's crazy. I don't know what happens. So I'm just going through Carson's socks really quick, trying to sort them and find some matches. There were also a ton that no longer fit him, and I had just bought him a big brand new pack of socks. So I got rid of the majority of these, but I did want to salvage what I could. His room was looking so much better after this, and he was very grateful that I did this for him. When he got home from school and he saw how nice his room looked, he said thank you and he gave me a hug. So that stuff makes me feel really good. Now we are going to work on the nursery, which was also a complete disaster. So this space had kind of become a catch-all since we got home from the hospital. Anything that the hospital gave us, any random trash, anything that we had in the house that we just needed out of the way was getting thrown into the nursery, which was really unfortunate because I worked so hard in this room and organizing it, and then it just fell apart. So we're going to deal with all of the crap, honestly, I have no better word for it, that was in this room, get everything taken out and thrown away or put back where it belongs, and get this space completely refreshed.
Aren't you tired of the drama? You use your words like they are knives. I don't need that type of drama and trying to be tough all the damn time. Yourself feel better by taking me down. Once I fell, but now I'm strong. I'm ready for the rematch. Shoot me down, don't you know I get up? Yeah, baby, I will fight.
I feel like ever since pandemic life started, I don't like saying that on my channel because I never know what they're going to block, but I feel like I have more cardboard than ever now. I'm constantly breaking down cardboard and constantly dealing with recycling. I feel like it has just grown exponentially. So you guys will have to let me know if you also feel that way, if you feel like you're just surrounded by cardboard all the time. It's driving me nuts. I don't know what I'm supposed to do to cut back on it.
One's love is nowhere. Yourself feel better by taking me down. Once I fell, but now I'm strong. I'm ready for the rematch. Shoot me down, don't you know I get up? Yeah, baby.
I got Sutton his own Easter basket liner, and yes, it is early for me to be doing this, but I tend to do these things early because I don't want to be rushing at the last minute. But I got him a really cute Peter Rabbit liner for his Easter basket from Pottery Barn Kids, so I was just throwing that on his basket real quick. The last thing that we're going to do is vacuum Sutton's rug and then also vacuum mop his floors as well. Then we're calling it a day. I think we got a ton accomplished. The house looked so much better, and it still does because I was able to declutter so much as I went. It just felt amazing, and it feels like a fresh start, and it feels like now I can probably maintain things and it won't get as bad. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did. Also, please subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. I post new videos every single Wednesday. Hope you'll come back next week for another one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.
Knew from the first time I saw ya, you were not like the others. A cool kind of melody. You rattled my cage without warning, kept it up right till the morning. A new kind of ecstasy. You found a different side of me, the one I'd like to be. A different side of me, yeah. You found a different side of me, like someone pretty neat.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel for another video. This week is a very realistic, trying to get it all done with a 2-month-old. We are doing some cleaning, decluttering, and organizing, and this took me literally all day with many interruptions. We are starting off with folding and sorting Sutton's clothes since he's officially outgrown newborn size and is almost actually outgrown 0 to 3 month as well. It's so sad and I'm so not ready. I wish that he could stay this small for just a little bit longer, but he is growing fast. His appetite is increasing every day, and I just cannot believe how fast time is flying right now.
I'm all for doing what's crazy, 'cause you make it real, yeah. You found a different side of me, the one I'd like to be. A different side of me, yeah.
If you're new to my channel and this is your first time here, I just wanted to introduce myself. I always forget to do this in my videos, but my name is Catherine. I am a mom to 2 little boys. My oldest, Carson, is almost 5. He's turning 5 in July, which is crazy, and my youngest, Sutton, is 2.5 months old. I post cleaning, decluttering, and small space organization videos every single week on my channel, so if that's something that you're interested in, make sure that you subscribe to my channel and you turn on your notification bell so you do not miss any of my uploads.
Day by day got me shedding skin. The layers are peeled away. Got me moving through time and space. Your magic can't be erased. Can't be erased. You found a different side of me, the one I'd like to be. A different side of me.
I wanted to mention here the playmat that Sutton is laying on. So this is the Love Every Play Gym, and we love it so much. He has these black and white cards that came with the play gym, and then there's some that also came with the play kit that he got for his age range. And they're just black and white cards. They stick up at the top, and he loves them. He stares at them and he talks to them, and they just never get old to him. And there's tons of different ones, so I'm always like rotating them out, and he loves them so much. We also have the play kit, like I mentioned, so we have the play gym and we have the play kit. I've also purchased some of the play kits for Carson back in the day when he was smaller. So we really love Every toys. They're aesthetically pleasing, they're nice to look at, Montessori style toys, and they're just really great quality. Love Every has play kits that are designed to fit whatever your baby's age, stage, and development currently is, so you're never guessing what they actually need as far as toys and things go. So we really love Every because it takes all the guesswork out of picking toys for your baby. So if you've never tried Love Every before, I'm going to leave a link down below so you can check out their website. Like I said, I love the Love Every Play Gym, and then we also love the play kit, so you really can't go wrong with anything on the Love Every website.
Every single time you look at me, I lose it too. Why don't you come sit next to me? Let things happen naturally.
Sutton got very fussy, in case you missed that, so I picked him up, got him settled, and put him down for a nap in the other room, and I was trying to get as much done as I could before he woke up again. He was having a really hard day. I think he was going through one of those developmental leaps. If you guys have ever heard of the Wonder Weeks app, I've have that downloaded. I had it with Carson as well, and it tries to predict when your baby is going to start going through these different leaps, and that causes them to be a little bit fussier. And I just feel like when he's going through a fussy period, every single time I open up the Wonder Weeks app, it just so happens to fall in a leap week. So I do believe that there is some accuracy to it, although I don't think it's 100%. But I think that's what was going on with him on this day. He was just really not having it, didn't want to be put down, and all of his naps were extremely short. It can be frustrating sometimes when you're trying to get things done with a baby and you're just constantly being interrupted, but I just try to remind myself how fast this time goes by, and before I know it, he's going to be big, and I don't take a single second of it for granted.
Come sit next to me, let things happen naturally, like it used to be. I don't wanna go and waste another day, mess it up again, lost in my way. I'll be the one to have the highest price to pay. If I make it home tonight, may I hold.
As I was going through and putting away the clothes that do fit Sutton right now, I was also making sure that I didn't have anything left behind that he's already outgrown.
Last time, what if it's too late for me now? What if you're gone to someone else, so we can never be the same? How can I make up for my sins? Now I'm lonely and it kills me. May I hold you one last time? Let me hold you one last time. What if it's too late for me now? What if you're gone to someone else, so we can never be the same? How can I make up for my sins?
I went ahead and grabbed the bin so I could pack away the rest of the newborn stuff, which makes me so sad. I just cannot believe how fast time is flying by. But I knew that if I didn't go grab this bin from the basement, that I would just let the stuff that he's outgrown just sit in like a pile in his room, and it would end up getting unfolded, and I would just have to do it all over again. So I wanted to go ahead and grab that and just get it all done right away before I could talk myself out of it and have something sitting in the room that we don't need forever.
You have in mind. She's awake all the time. What are you?
Now that we're done with the clothing declutter project, I'm just going to walk around and tidy up the rest of Sutton's nursery. If you see that green bin in the corner right there, that is full of, I believe it's 3 to 6 month clothes, but I need to go through it and find anything that I can use for Sutton. The problem is that he was born in January in winter, and Carson was born in July in the summertime. So they were born in total opposite seasons. So trying to find things to reuse of Carson's is very difficult, but I do my best to sort through and just find something I can reuse, because the thought of buying all new baby boy clothes, I really don't want to do that. I'd like to reuse as much as possible. I did save it all these years, so it makes me really sad to let any of it go to waste.
I put my heart on the line through our phone in the night. No, I'm here by your side. So tell me, where are you now? When your head is in the clouds, I wanna find out now.
The next room that I wanted to quickly tidy up was my bedroom. If you guys missed it, I did a whole bedroom declutter, closet organization, and I made so much progress in my bedroom. I'm hoping soon we can paint it and we can try to decorate it just to make it livable for now, although it's a very small room and it's not ideal. I do want to still do something with it because it's been very plain and boring since we moved in. And now that I'm feeling good and energized and ready to take on some projects, I definitely think I want to take on my bedroom soon.
What are you trying to find? I'm running with these emotions. Tell me, what do you have in
This is something that I have to do every single day, which is declutter and clean off my nightstand, because there's a lot of things that I need to have by my bedside, having a baby, sleeping in the same room. So every single night, pretty much, my nightstand becomes a mess. So I do this pretty much every single day. Our room gets crazy dusty if I don't keep on top of it, so another thing that I'm constantly doing is wiping down the furniture, and I do also walk around and vacuum the room pretty regularly. I had no idea if this mess of clothes on my husband's side of the room was clean or dirty or what was going on with it, so all I did was pick everything up and just kind of consolidate, but it was up to him to figure out what was going on over there. Next, we're going to work on Carson's bedroom, so I just wanted to tidy it up as much as I could before the baby woke up, but I did want to wash his bedding, so I'm going to take everything off of his bed and get it thrown down the basement to get taken care of. I never show myself putting things in the wash anymore because we have basement laundry and the lighting is terrible, but just know I did throw all of that into the wash and the dryer, and I did make his bed again later on that day. Carson's room can get pretty messy pretty quickly, so I needed to tidy up really badly. We also read a ton of books, so there's always books scattered all over his room that I need to collect and put back into his closet on the shelf. I'm still having such a hard time decorating Carson's room. I just find it very tricky. I don't know what it is, and it's because he wanted an orange wall and he wanted dinosaurs, so I did that, but now I'm just having a really hard time finding decor to go in his room. Not that he cares at all. I mean, he's almost 5 years old. He truly doesn't care. The only thing that he cared about was that he had an orange wall and that he had some dinosaurs in his room, so he's very happy with it. But for me, there's so much I want to do. I just cannot figure out exactly what that is. If you guys have any ideas, feel free to leave them in the comments below. If you can think of something that this room is missing or something I should add, definitely let me know.
Baby, you are on my mind. I can't control my body, can't control my body, 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 body. I am stuck in a dreaming, I can't help what I'm feeling. I don't know if I'm breathing when you are with me, my heart's beating. I am stuck in a dreaming.
So the next kind of decluttering, organizing project that I wanted to do was Carson's toys. As usual, need to deal with those. It's just a never-ending cycle. I think it probably never gets better. You guys will have to let me know if you have multiple children if the toy clutter ever gets better. But I just wanted to go through some of his things and just sort through them, organize them, get them put back where they belong. I also wanted to pick up the living room. He obviously was not home on this day while I was filming. It's just me and the baby. We are getting our basement done in a couple of weeks. We are finishing it, so we'll actually have a real playroom, which is going to be amazing, and the majority of the toys are going to go downstairs. But for now, I did have some things I just wanted to deal with upstairs to reduce some of the clutter before we get that done. Carson is very into crafting right now. He's also very into the things that he's been learning at preschool, and then he comes home and he wants to recreate a lot of things. He wants to continue his lessons at home. So this table that we have is just covered in paper, projects, stickers, all kinds of things that I needed to sort through and then clean off the table.
Before I'm too invested, should probably ask you all my questions, get to know you better. Like, can you be trusted? Will you take me for granted? And will you let me down? I know I'm feeling something for you. The way you look, the way you act, and how you move. It kinda makes me go crazy.
I haven't moved that table away from the wall and really vacuumed underneath it in a very long time, so we're going to take care of that as well while we are at it.
I don't wanna get hurt, 'cause I'm not ready to give you my heart yet. Before I'm too invested, I should probably ask you all my questions, get to know you better. Like, can you be trusted? Will you take me for granted? And will you let me down? Before I'm too invested.
The swing that Sutton is in is a Fisher Price swing. We actually have a Mamaroo. Those are very expensive, and I feel like so many people swear by them. We didn't buy it, we borrowed it from somebody else, but he despises the Mamaroo and loves his Fisher Price swing. So if any of you are pregnant or your moms and you're looking for a baby swing, I would definitely recommend the Fisher Price one over the Mamaroo. Of course, every baby is different, but Sutton absolutely hates it. So both of my kids actually really liked just like the regular old baby swing. So I personally would not waste my money on the Mamaroo. This little 6-cube unit, I decided it was time to get rid of. We've had it for a while and it's definitely seen better days. It's in pretty rough shape. So I wanted to get that out of there and just eliminate some of the furniture that we have holding toys in the living room. Like I said, we're getting our basement done, so it's really not that big of a deal right now what's in the living room, since most of it is going to get moved downstairs. But I just don't need to keep all of this furniture, because I feel like when you have so much furniture to hold all of the toys, you're just going to keep collecting more because you have the space to store them, and I don't want to do that. We need to cut back so much on toys. We've really stopped buying toys since Christmas time. We haven't really bought Carson much of anything because he just has so much. He couldn't possibly need more, and I'm trying to teach him to be more appreciative of the things that he already has and that he does not always need something new.
Just keep on doing what you do, doing what you do, doing what you do, doing what you do, doing what you do. Do what you like, do what you like to do, do what you like, do what you like, do what you like to do. Try to express yourself in your own way, and we could have some fun. No problems coming in our way. I would like you just the way you are, and you would like me just the way I am, and I would like you just the way.
So I don't think I've shown you guys my living room in a really long time because whenever I'm filming, for a long time, Carson was always home and he was making a mess in here and playing with toys, so it was just not an area that I was able to film in. So I don't even know if you guys have seen that we got this couch. We got this, I want to say it was it before Christmas? I think it was before Christmas. I really don't remember. It's been a while. It may even have been like November when we got it, but we still don't have a coffee table or anything. It takes me a really long time to pick stuff, so working on that. For now, the only places we have toys in the living room is over here, and then over here we have just this one toy storage unit now because I am getting rid of the other one. And then this bench my dad and I made. If you guys remember, I did like an entryway makeover when I lived in my apartment a long time ago, and that's like still one of my favorite videos I've ever done. So I like to have this out where I can see it, but for now there's a couple more toy bins under it just because we're working on getting our basement finished. That's starting the second week of April. So once that starts, we're gonna have an actual playroom, which is so exciting. And all these toys can go down there and I can finally have like a living room back. I'm so excited for it. But anyway, this guy, he's been so fussy today. Baby, what's the matter? Anyway, this guy has been so extremely fussy today. It's been really hard to get anything done. I've had to take so many breaks. I'm just like doing everything in bursts as much as I can, and I didn't get everything done that I wanted to, but I still got quite a bit done, so still feel good about it. But it would have been nice if he took one of his naps for me today that he has been taking. I think I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the Wonder Weeks app, but it talks about like the different developmental leaps that babies go through, and according to the app, he's going through his second leap right now. So I don't know if that's what it's about, like all this fussiness. It's been 2 days of him just not wanting to be put down at all, which is tricky when you have another child and like you work and just have a lot of things going on. So it's been hard, but we're getting through it. He just pretty much wants to be held all the time right now. But yeah, we're very excited to get our basement finished. That's happening second week of April, and we're gonna have a full-on like playroom down there. I'm so excited to get all the toys down there. We really wanted to also, so like there's a door in this living room, which you guys may have seen is currently covered up with a blanket and command hooks holding the blanket up. And that's because when the baby's swing was right next to that door, the sun was shining in like directly on his face. So we had to do that to keep the sun out of his face as like a temporary curtain, because there is no curtain on that door. But we wanted to get rid of that door. We just can't right now because I got a quote for removing the door and also the shelves that line this room, and that was for, I think it was $3,200 to get that done, which is a lot of money just to remove a door. And I don't know, I still have to think about it a little bit more, but we really wanted to get rid of it so we could put built-ins in the living room. We're also getting our floors done pretty soon, I think, and we're going to be getting the luxury vinyl plank flooring that the baby has in his nursery all over the first floor of the house. That'll be really nice. That will help a lot just to like make this place look so much more modern. But I really would like to get rid of that door too so we can put in our built-ins. But I just have so many things I want to do, and obviously don't have the budget to do everything right now, so have to take it slow. Start with the basement. That'll be a big thing. I'm really bad at outros, especially when I'm talking to the camera. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you are new. Come back every week for another video. Give this video a thumbs up. Share if you want to. That always helps. We're gonna go get Big Brother and probably fuss a little more for the rest of the whole day. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day.